What got you to this point in your life now will eventually stop working. The coping skills, the people pleasing, the overachieving, like being a hustler, the I can handle this, and the role that you think you are will eventually shift because we're human, we're growing, and life is constantly changing. And here's what we do when things stop working: we usually disengage or panic, fight, flight, fawn, or freeze. And the problem is, we start to think that something is wrong with us. So let me make this very clear. There is nothing wrong with you. Your nervous system is doing exactly what it's meant to do: protect you. You are responding the best you can to what life is throwing at you with the current capacity that you have. This podcast is not about fixing you. There is nothing to fix. This podcast is about expanding your capacity, your inner authority, so you can actually trust yourself and stop abandoning yourself in the process. Because we can't stop change, but we can choose how we respond to it. Welcome to Authenticity Lab. I'm Dr. Kelsey Miles, a PhD chemist, and I'm also a songwriter and musician. And I spent years of my life being told who I should be. I was told that I can't be both a chemist and a musician. In fact, I hid it from most people that met me. And when I just focused on chemistry, something fell off. And I climbed the ladder. I sure did. I have a master's and a PhD. I'm now a chemistry professor. And then as a songwriter, I always felt like an imposter because I started really late in my life. When I was 25, I picked up the guitar, my first instrument ever. I was not from a musical family, and I started writing music, and it really helped me feel like me. Your role is not who you actually are. It's one way to describe something you do in life, but who are you? This is a type of self-alignment that when you get connected to it, everything gets better in your life. When you trust yourself, when you are connected and in alignment with who you actually are, your relationships get better, your work gets more aligned and on fire. You no longer have to look for your purpose. You are it. You are it, and you're experiencing it in the present moment. This is what I call an unshakable foundation. And when you build it, you're not now searching for certainty in your life, because we know that isn't always going to be there. Life keeps changing. Instead, what happens is when you trust yourself so fully, you know that whatever change is on its way, you can handle it. You might not know what to do right now, but you know that it's figure-outable. I love that word. But in order to do that, you need to build the capacity you have to handle this nuance, to handle this uncertainty. And if you're looking for a podcast that tells you the perfect morning routine, or 5 ways to be successful at your job, or how to get a promotion, this is not it. I do not prescribe step by step exactly what to do. Instead, there are 3 things we will do in this podcast, and I guarantee you it will help you no matter what problem, what challenge you are facing. You see, I like to get to the root of things. As a chemist, I always loved understanding how something actually worked on the atomic level. If you get to the root of something, that's where you can actually create change. So here's what we'll do. We will get radically honest and very clear about what challenge is happening. This is what I call calibration. And then what we do is we design a safe, small experiment that you try in your life. I call this experiment. And the third step is to notice what happened, reflect on it, and adjust and keep what you like and toss out what you don't. I call this optimize. This is the CEO method, because you're the CEO of your life. You get to choose. I'm going to teach you how to think like a scientist and create a life like an artist. A scientist never judges, but a scientist will collect more data and ask more questions and get curious to understand what's going on. And to create a life like an artist, you have to know how to express what is true for you. to feel aligned and alive in life. When you combine those two things, you stop trying to get your life right. You stop trying to find your purpose. You start living it. You start being it. We are human beings, not human doings. This season, we're exploring the questions that most of us say very quietly to ourselves late at night, and we rarely say them out loud. Things like, is it normal to talk to myself so much? And why do I feel so behind in life? Or why am I worried always that the worst thing will happen? These aren't problems we need to fix. These are signals where we're experiencing some discomfort, and they can give us some really important clues about ourselves. And we can actually gain a lot more clarity and build that inner trust that I'm talking about. Every Tuesday morning, we're going to get together and we're going to look at these signals and these questions so that way we actually gain more clarity from these questions that we have. This is how we're going to build that inner foundation. This is how we're going to build more capacity. So if you're tired of outsourcing your inner authority, if you're tired of second guessing every decision you make, if you're ready to build that self-trust that helps make you feel unshakable, no matter what life throws at you, then this is your season. Not because I have the answers, but because it's time. It is time for you to trust you. I'm on a mission to help you build self-trust in a world that tells you who you should be. Because the world doesn't need more people acting like something they're not. The world needs you. The world needs all of us to have more self-trust. That's how we move things forward as a collective. And we do this one small experiment at a time. So be bold, be curious, and be you. And I'll see you in the next episode.